with that tension there. Okay, what changed? And if you look at an engineer today, you walk over to their desk, it's very likely that they're writing a unit test.
Manufacturing and delivering are separate. Now imagine there's a new kind of vehicle that's making the food while delivering it, that's doing lightweight manufacturing or compilation while delivering it. We're going to see these two things merge as much as possible. And I'm talking about making a car in the back of a truck, but there's a lot of the small, lightweight objects that can be manufactured in delivery vehicles, and we're going to be seeing more of that. Only 61% of our city is not directly impacted by our current car-centric mobility system. That means we get to reshape and reimagine 39% of our cities. How exciting is that? Would we have more footprint for education so that we can find things to do for all of the truck drivers who are out of work, anyone who's displaced by this massive disruption in transportation?
What design practice really is, it's not about making things polished and shiny, but understanding the way we interact with things.
Designers, that they hold is this holistic approach. Quite many of designers, they can see big picture and they can zoom to the small scale and up again and down again, and that is quite helpful also.
They want to make a change. They want to go out and change the world. They want to be lab rats of disruption. But here's the problem. When they start to describe things, they do it about as clear as mud. So what exactly is PI? Well, it's an acronym that stands for Purpose, Intervention, and Execution. And it's very simple. It's what is the need, or as we like to call it, what is the hypothesis, or the research question? What is the intervention? How are you going to solve and answer the problem? And finally, the execution, how is it going to work in real life? Now, that is very, very simple. But the only way that evolution is going to go forward is when it's guided by experts. And as lab rats, you are the experts.
With our algorithms, we can detect poses, so that a worker on an oil field can just walk and say, this works, this valve is okay. Our stereoscopic 3D see-through engine, rendering engine, allows us to provide to those workers on their simple hands keyboards or sliders.
We want to create energy. Energy is mass multiplied by speed to the square. Mass is what big company will bring. There's the international scale, there's the resources, they can invest in big investment innovation. Speed is what small companies have. They are more agile, they can bet their full company on an idea.
Is your mechanism to work with startup better than the others? Because everyone else is trying to do the same thing, so it actually means that you need to have a better vision. The corporation also has to have a better ways to work with the startups and doing something concrete with the startup, whether it's small or big, is extremely important to gain some value.
We have the ambition to lead that change. We know that we cannot do it alone. Change in the world is coming basically from the technology side. What we want to have is more an open environment in inviting and integrating people like you, like we see elsewhere that are expert in new tech and in the tech part. And what we can do, what we are really good in, is systems integration, have a reliable product at the end of the day.
Today, I would probably say that the potential in digitizing the maritime industry, it's really, really amazing. The cost and effort we're all going to have to put into it is absolutely mind-blowing. So the solution that we have decided to work on, and I'm sure there's other good solutions to this, and we're going to hear a lot about some of those later today, is what we call the connected vessel. near-term vision for us is the connected vessel, and it is about enabling the data to flow, picking up the data, visualizing it for the crews, and enable our crews to make the best possible decisions as and when it happens. Digitizing in Maersk Line is a lot of other stuff. We are working very heavily with our customer-facing areas, and we're investing very heavily in that. But we also realize that you cannot just optimize your front end, because sooner or later your backbone systems are going to be the bottleneck for what you can really do when taking it forward.
The autonomous vessels are happening in all vessel segments at the moment, and it's really, like I said before, it's really focusing on making shipping more efficient and safe. If you think that global shipping market can be roughly $350 billion annually, you apply autonomous vessels and technology to half that fleet, you actually end up with a $35 billion annual market. Kind of digital marketplaces are coming, and there are teams working on this Uber of the seas type of concepts here, and the research ongoing here in Finland as well.
Over the last weekend, our company won this Rolls-Royce Maritime Hackathon event. Unfortunately, or not so unfortunately, we agreed that we will keep the ideas and concept confidential with Rolls-Royce. So maybe you can draw your own conclusions about the quality and actionability of these ideas.